Just allowing ourselves to breathe. And we're going to come down to laying. We're going to go through a yin practice. So the bolster needs to be at the back of your knees because this is going to be creating some support for you. So I'm going to get you to lie down and just allow the legs to rest over the bolster. Maybe turn the palms up to the sky, release off the legs, release off the lower back. If you feel like the lower back is a little bit strained at the moment, bend the legs even more, have the feet on the ground and work towards this more extended, supported Shavasana. I do invite you to close your eyes and just let yourself breathe and let go. Just really enjoying the feeling of stillness and the feeling of peace and looking towards that bliss state, that unconditional happiness. Try and imagine bliss in your mind, bliss in your heart and bliss in your body. Unconditional happiness. Try not to let your mind wander away from your mat, from your body and your breath. Try to remain in this present moment. This time that you have set aside for yourself, for your well-being. This is time for you. And then let's just bring the feet onto either the bolster or you can have them on the floor. We're just going to do some windscreen wipers, so just gently with breath, just letting the knees roll from side to side, massaging that lower back into the ground, and just really close your eyes and just let this happen. Really unwinding that lower back. Taking time at the outer reaches to just feel like that back is releasing off. Just allowing yourself to explore your regions in this posture. So more restorative than yin, this one. And then just let the knees fall to one side and let the head turn to the other. So coming into a nice yin twist, a little Markadasana, sorry, spine twist, not the yin twist, but, and if that's too much with the feet on the bolster, have the knees resting on the bolster, have the feet on the floor, and that takes some of the stretch out of the pose. Okay, so choices to be had here. And then just coming back to center, just reposition the body on the mat, just make sure everything feels nice. We're going to take side 2 straight away, but again, you might want to just take a few windscreen wipers just to make sure the back feels okay. Just gently releasing off any tension that may have crept in. And sometimes one side can feel a little freer than the other. So if you did do one side with the legs up on the bolster on lifting, and then this side doesn't feel that it wants to do that, you can alter and change the position of your legs. So let the knees drop to side 2, turning the head away and just settling into this posture again, knowing that it will feel different. It is sided. And then just bringing all of that back to center again, just thinking about maybe just bringing a little movement in, maybe releasing off the knees if they feel a little bit stressed, releasing the back. And then rolling the bolster or whatever you're using the bolster away, coming over onto your side, coming into that embryo type pose, and this will just give the lower back a little stretch. Draw the knees in up to your chest, draw your head down to your knees, using my arm here to rest my head, but you can use a pillow or a block or anything that you've got to hand. Take a breath in, place the hand down. We're coming over into our Sphinx pose. So we're going to be lying on the tummy, taking a gentle back bend, really good for releasing off the back. This, you can rest if you've got a bolster or something similar over the hands, and you can kind of relax down into it. Let the elbows splay a little, which we wouldn't do in a traditional Sphinx, but we are in a more restorative Yin Sphinx here. Now, the other thing you can do if you want a stronger back bend is whatever you're using as a bolster, come over the top of that, and you can rest your hands under your chin to support the head, closing off the eyes and just allowing yourself to take a deeper back bend here. And sometimes when we have back pain, a stronger back bend is what's required to strengthen those muscles, contract the muscles around the area that's drawing pain. But you will know what it feels like for you. So just doing what feels right in your body. Maybe you have to work up towards this. Maybe you're not quite there yet. If you're not using a bolster or any kind of support, then just elbows is fine. Or again, you can support the head here. This will just take a little bit of strain out of the back. This bolster is a buckwheat bolster, and they're quite unyielding. They're quite hefty. They lift you up really strongly. So I can feel a real pull in the back, which might not feel good if you've got back pain. And then just close the eyes off, settle into it. Send the breath into that area. Just imagine that breath as golden light flooding the area that's causing concern. Feel it mending, repairing, releasing, rejuvenating, regenerating. Just allowing yourself to release out of this posture now. What I'd like you to do is just take out anything, if you're using anything, come straight back down onto your tummy. You're going to come into recovery position. I'm going to slide my right leg up to the side so you can see that. You're also going to take your right hand underneath your head. Take your left hand back behind you and just allow yourself to rest out. If you don't like the head being supported, or if you've got something sticking in you, just on the ground is fine. Just taking a breath, just going to change this over to side 2. I'm just going to spin around so that my working legs and body is towards you so you can see. So sliding the left leg up to the left side, head to the left, right arm behind you, just relaxing down into this recovery position on side 2. Begin by just bringing ourselves up onto all fours, taking a gentle cat and cow in position here, just to see how the back is feeling, noticing where it feels challenged and where it feels good. And then if you want to do any other movements, if you just feel like something wants to wriggle and just open, maybe you want to do some infinity flows or just anything that feels like you're drawn to it. And we are going to be setting up for our child's pose. So coming onto the bolster, allowing yourself to be supported, bottom towards your heels. You can have your body on the ground or you can put a bolster underneath you and just allow yourself to just come into this nice, and hopefully you can feel the lower back opening, just stretching out, but in a supported way. Just releasing that tension. you have got the head resting to one side and you'd like to change it, do that now. Otherwise you can have the head in neutral, forehead or chin, or just staying on the same side. And then just coming out of this again, just maybe looking for cat and cow, just looking to release off any tension. Feel your way through. And then I want to come into a supported shoulder bridge. So placing your bolster across however you can, just supporting the back and just walking your way to the ground. Again, we're looking for that hyperextension in the spine, but adjust your bolster. Sometimes you might feel that it needs to be under the buttocks or sometimes in the lower back, so you might have to spend a little bit of time just getting your ease, getting your comfort, and then you can kind of drop down through the layers, through the comfort into the position that feels best for you. If you feel that you are supported enough, you can just roll those knees in over the belly, giving that back a little stretch out from its hyperextension, a bit of release. And then you can drive the legs up towards the sky if that suits you, or you can keep them in if that's preferable. Just keep them soft if you've got them extended up. extending them up, just folding them back down. And then bringing the feet onto the ground. Nice. Stretch out your right leg as much as you feel that you can. Looking for a bit of a hyperextension in the back. And again, you might find with this posture that it suits you to move the support. So maybe more into the back, or if you've got it in the back, more into the buttocks. So just each time you move, just find that comfort and ease. Maybe reach the arms away overhead if that feels okay to you as well. And then just change legs. So draw the right leg in and extend the left leg, and just notice if that feels any different. And then bringing the hands back over, sliding that leg in. Just taking the bolster from under the back and just bringing the spine onto the ground. Roll that bolster away a little. And just again, windscreen wipering those knees. This just really massages the lower back. And then just extend the legs over, turn the palms up, close the eyes once more. You can encourage the feet to sort of come together in a slight, gentle, supported butterfly if you'd like. Or you can stay in a more traditional Shavasana. So whichever you prefer. Just bring the feet onto the bolster, rolling the bolster away. We're going to come into embryo on side 2. So that would mean I'm going to be turning away from you. So I'm just going to spin around just so that I'm facing towards, supporting the head, draw the knees up, stretching out that back that's been on the floor a little while. Just allowing yourself to cuddle up and curl. Just allow yourself to start to rise, coming around again, just looking for that re-energize and revitalize. So just the neck, the back, the shoulders, just taking a wiggle, a wriggle, maybe just a stretch into child, whatever feels good in your body. Lovely. Oh. And then come to sitting. Just sitting in a position that you feel comfortable in. Let's just take a little lateral flexion over to the side, stretching the side. And then release, taking a little lateral flexion to the other side. Again, being mindful that these might activate into areas of pain in the back, so just noticing how you feel. Let's take a little rotation, twist through. And the other way. So mindfully and carefully, really thinking about keeping that spine going. Just change the cross of the legs just to rebalance the pelvis. Quite often a lot of back pain can come from glutes. So just thinking about working above and below where you feel the pain can be very beneficial. And the other side. And that rotation. And the other way. Good. Take a big breath in, lift the energy up and through, bowing down in gratitude. Namaste.